Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise. And we are moving right along this first month of the season. As you can see, we're sitting at 7-6, and we are going to be going down to face the Rangers as we start off a 3-game series. And Matt Manning will get the start today, and we are actually going to jump to the bottom of the first. And Manning's going to be facing off against Isaiah Kiner Falafel, and he's going to have him at an 0-2 count. And the pitch, and he will swing over the top of strike 3. That'll be the first out. Next up, Steele Walker. He has a 0-1 count, and he's going to send a ball pretty well hit to the left field. Jackie Bradley Jr. is running back, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So now David Dahl will stand in. He's looking at a 1-1 count. He's going to send a chopper right in front of the mound. Manning comes off, makes the play, throws him out at first, and that will end the inning. As we are moving on to the top of the 5th now, Nunez starting us off. Deep ball left field, if that's fair, it's gone, and it will be gone. Nunez is going to lead off the inning with a solo home run, his 3rd of the year, 391 feet to the left, and the Tigers will jump ahead here 1-0 on that early home run. So we're going to move on to the bottom of the 3rd. Robert Barn is in now. 2-0 count, blooper to the right field, and that is going to drop in there as no one had a chance at that, so they'll have a leadoff single. Next up, Jason Martin. He's looking at a full count, ground ball down the first baseline, fielded by Nunez, stepped on first, thrown to second, and we will tag the runner out, and that will be a double play to clear the bases. As that brings up Kiner Falafel again. First pitch swinging, chopper to the mound, Manning makes the play, throws on the first, and we'll end the 3rd. But we'll jump ahead to the bottom of the 4th. Steele Walker is leading off. He's going to be first pitch swinging. He hits a ball deep to right center. Benito Ozuna cannot catch it as that bounces off the wall, but he feels it, kind of nonchalantly throws it in, and Steele Walker will have himself a lead-off triple in this inning. So can Matt Manning get out of this inning without allowing the run? David Dahl will be up. 2-2 count, ground ball to the shortstop, and Bob Montes, who's playing there today, will not be able to make the play, so the runner will score, and the runner is safe at first with no outs. So the inning will reset here. Nate Lowe's up to bat, 0-1 count. He hits a pretty well hit line drive to center field, but Victor Reyes will make the catch, and the runner will retreat back to first. 1 out. As Nick Solak stands in the bat, 1-0 count. This time Bob Montes will be able to make the play, throw it on to first for the out, throw on to second for the out, then on to first for the second out, but they cannot complete the back end of the double play as Kiki Hernandez will come up to bat. Ground ball in between first and second. Nunez will come off the bag to field it, throw on to Matt Manning, who is covering, and that will finally end the 6th inning. Not the 6th inning, the 4th inning, but the Rangers do tie it up. So on to the 5th inning as Sean Durant is up to bat with 1 out. Deep ball left field, and that one will sneak over the wall. So Sean Durant is going to give us the lead on his 2nd home run right away after we give it up the lead, the tie the game in the bottom of the 4th. So we're going to move on to the bottom of the 6th now. Steele Walker is leading off. Full count, hard hit ball, but right at Hernandez at second, who throws on to first to make the play. So next up will be David Dahl, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch swinging, deep ball to right field. If that's fair, it's gone, and it will be fair as the Rangers will tie it up on their own solo home run. Dahl's 2nd of the year. So now can Matt Manning bounce back? Nate Lowe up again, 2-2 count, and he will strike out for the 2nd out of the inning. Next up, Nick Solak. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Montes. He will field it, throw it to first, and he will end the inning with that out. So we'll move right to the top of the 7th here as Yariel Gonzalez will lead us off. First pitch swinging, he's in a line drive out to left field, and that gets down just before in front of the left fielder, so he'll lead off the inning with a single. Now Nunez comes up to bat again. He gets a hanging, breaking ball. He sends another one deep to left field, and that is gone again. His 2nd of the day, 4th of the year, and that is going to give the Tigers a 4-2 lead, and he is just crushing the ball as they've given him 2 mistake pitches this game. We're going to actually jump all the way to the bottom of the 9th as Michael Aoki is going to come on for his 2nd save opportunity of the season, and he's pitched pretty well so far in his limited 2 games. So his first batter he'll face is David Dahl, 1-1 count. He's going to send a high fly ball to left field, but Jackie Bradley Jr. came up underneath of it to make the catch. Next up is Nate Lowe, 0-2 count, and he's going to swing through strike 3 for that second out of the inning. Now Nick Solak is going to stand in as the Rangers' last chance. He's going to be first pitch swinging, line drive, but snagged by Nunez before it can get into right field. The Tigers will take the first game of the series by a score of 4-2, and what a way to start. And Nunez will pick up player of the game as he went 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Matt Manning picks up the win, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 earned runs. And that's a pretty good offensive day as we're still searching for the consistency that we like to see. Now, we end up winning the second game of the series, and that sets us up not only to be able to sweep the Rangers, but also win 8 out of our last 10 games, and that will be a very good stretch to start this year off for this team. Once again, we move to the bottom of the first as our offense does nothing in the top. Wentz will start off against Isaiah, 0-1 count, and he is going to get him to fly out to shallow right field for the first out of the game, or for the offense. Next up, Steele Walker, 2-1 count, and he's going to hit a lazy ground ball fielded by Hernandez, who throws on to first, makes a good play for the second out. And he has some speed out there to make those plays. As David Dahl stands in, 1-0 count, and he is going to hit a fly ball to left field, camped under by Bradley Jr., and that will end the first inning. So we're going to move on to the top of the third. Victor Reyes will stand in, 1-0 count, and he's going to hit a fly ball to right center, but that'll find some grass, so he'll lead off the inning with a single. Next up, Benito Ozuna, 2-1 count, line drive, right field, and right in front of the right fielder, so we're going to have 2 men on with nobody out here. So that'll bring out Willie Castro. He'll be first pitch swinging, line drive to left field, but snagged by the third baseman, and that possibly saves a run as Victor Reyes has really good speed over there on second. So Candelario stands in, still has some chance to score a run here. Ground ball to the shortstop, flips it to second, throw it on to first, and that will be an ending double play to end the threat. So we're going to jump to the top of the fourth. Nunez is going to lead us off. 2-2 count, deep ball left field, and that one does not get out of here somehow as that bangs off the top of the wall. Nunez will get a double though to get himself in scoring position. As Bradley Jr. comes up the bat, 2-0 count, ground ball to first, but that will advance the runner as they do step on first for the first out. Next up, Bob Montes, 1-1 count, ground ball to the second baseman this time. The run will score as they throw on to first for the second out of the inning as we take the lead. So on to the bottom of the fourth now as Isaiah will lead him off. 0-2 count, and he's going to send a ball to right center. Ozuna will range over to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Next up will be Steele Walker, 1-0 count. He's going to send a ball deep to right field. Will it stay in or go foul? And it will be a home run as that bounces off the foul pole, and the Rangers will tie this game up at 1. And the Rangers are fighting us here pretty tooth and nails. Nate Lowe comes up with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth, and he will fly out to end the inning. Now we're going to jump ahead to the bottom of the fifth. Nick Solak will stand in to lead off the inning, 1-1 count. He's going to send a ball back up the middle and into center, so he's going to have himself a leadoff single. Next up, Kiki Hernandez, 0-2 count. Chopper to shortstop. Montes fields it and throws on to first instead of turning 2. He didn't think he could get this out at second, so he takes the sure out at first, but we probably should have had a double play as Josh Jung comes up. He rips one past the diving Candelario at third. That rolls all the way to the wall, so the run will score from second, and he will get himself up to second as well. So they're going to have the lead here, 2-1, and another man in scoring position as Robert Barnes stands in, 0-1 count, blooper to right field, and that will drop, and the runner was at second was running the entire way, and he will get in there before the throw. So the Rangers go up 3-1 now as Leody Tavares stands in. Ground ball snagged by Nunez, thrown on to second, back to first, and that will be an inning double play as we get out of the inning. On to the bottom of the seventh as Joey Wentz is still out there pitching. He'll face off against Nate Lowe, 1-2 count, and he is going to pop out to the pitcher's mound as Wentz makes the catch for the first out. Now Nick Solak will stand in, 0-2 count, and he will swing at a ball in the dirt, strike 3, and Durant throws on to first to complete the strikeout. Next up, Kiki Hernandez, 1-1 count, and the line drive, but right at Candelario, so that'll end the 7th. As we move on to the top of the 8th with 1 out, time is starting to run out here for our offense. Ozuna will stand in to hit, and he does not miss that changeup up in the zone. The right fielder looks up, and that is gone. Ozuna's second of the year, 392 feet, and the Tigers will bring it back within 1. So now Willie Castro will stand in, 0-1 count. Line drive the other way through the infield, and he'll get on with a single. That'll bring up Candelario now. 2-1 count, sharp hit ball to the right side, and that gets through as well, and we'll have 2 men on here with still only 1 out. So that'll bring up Nunez, who's been our big hitter this series. 0-1 count, ground ball through the left side, and that gets through, and Willie Castro will not stop at third. He is going home, and the throw is not on target or on time, and we will tie the ball game up at 3 apiece, and Nunez comes through again. So that'll bring up Bradley Jr. now, 1-1 count. He's going to send a fly ball to center field, and that's going to bloop in there. And Candelario is also not stopping at third, and he is going to score from second. The Tigers scored 3 runs in the top of the 8th with 1 out, and we take back the lead. So that'll bring up Montez. 1-1 count, ground ball to the shortstop, who throws it to second for the out, on to first, and they cannot complete the double play, so we will have men on the corners with 2 out. As Yanni Hernandez comes into bat. 0-2 count. And he will swing over the top for strike 3 and end the top of the 8th, but we get the lead back. So we're going to jump to the bottom of the 9th as Aoki comes on for another save opportunity, and he'll have the top of the lineup to deal with as Isaiah stands in. He's going to send a shallow ball to right field. Yanni Hernandez cannot make the play, but Benito can with a great diving play there. Let's watch as he runs a long ways, and he is able to concentrate with Yanni running back at him, and he makes the catch for the first out. What a play. So now Steele Walker will stand in. 0-1 count, and he's going to hit a ball pretty well hit to left field, but that doesn't have enough as Bradley Jr. makes the catch just in front of the warning track for the second out. So David Dahl will stand in as the Rangers' last chance. 0-1 count, and he's going to rip one into right center. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall, and he's going to have himself a double as Victor Reyes throws a ball in, and they will pinch run for him. So they have the tie-in run at second, winning run up to bat. Nate Lowe stands in. 1-2 count. Hard hit ball on the ground to first base, snagged by Nunez, and he makes the play, and the Tigers are going to win 4-3 and sweep the Rangers. So Ozuna gets the player of the game, going 2 for 5 with that home run and RBI, and he gets the play of the game with that diving catch. Wentz picks up the win, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and we are able to sweep the Rangers. And we are going to kind of end this month on a little lackluster. We drop, as it says 11 and 10. I wasn't thinking about the 30th being on the next page in the next month, and we ended up dropping 2 out of 3 to Houston, and we get swept by Cincinnati. So it takes a little bit of the shine off of that stretch we had, and we end up finishing the month of April at 500. But there are some signs there. I do like how our offense is kind of starting to perform a little better. We do need to be a little bit more consistent. As you can see in some of those games, like in the first game, we scored 4 runs, but we had 7 hits. We had a lot more opportunities to score. Just like in the third game there, we scored 4 runs, but we had a lot more opportunities as Candelario hits into a double play. So, as an example. So we just need a little bit more consistent, some big hits, more in the clutch, and, solo home runs are nice, but, sooner or later, those aren't going to win us the games, as you can kind of start to see, but not too bad of a first month. I think we have a little bit of a young team, so it's nice to see them, being able to get their feet wet. Their first real month, the first starting month of the season for them. So we'll have to see how this team progresses as the year goes on. We'll see. Maybe hopefully we'll be a little bit more of a buyers this year at the trade deadline than sellers, but that's still a few months off. So that's gonna do it here in this episode. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time here on Cardboard Cutouts.